Are we living in a matrix?
You need to watch this video.
Welcome to my laboratory.
System online.
What if, at this very moment, everything you see, the ground beneath your feet, the sky above your head, even the sound of my voice, was not exactly real? Imagine scientists inside a quantum laboratory, observing microscopic particles, trying to answer a question that sounds like it came
Straight out of a science fiction movie.
yet today is taken seriously by philosophers and physicists alike. Are we living inside a simulation? This idea gained strength with what is known as the simulation hypothesis, which suggests something deeply unsettling. Maybe our universe is not the original reality,
But an extremely advanced program.
so perfect that we can't detect any flaws. If that's true, everything we call reality could simply be the result of calculations, code, and processing.
But here's what makes this even more intriguing.
This hypothesis didn't stay confined to philosophical debates. It made its way into real laboratories. Researchers began asking whether there might be any way to test this idea using physics,
Especially quantum physics, the field that governs the universe at its most fundamental level.
And that's when a new, unsettling question emerged. If we truly live in a simulation, who or what is running the system? A supercomputer? A future civilization? An unimaginably advanced artificial intelligence? But as scientists tried to answer that, they ran into a massive problem. Any computer, no matter how advanced, must obey the laws of physics. It needs energy, it needs space, it needs processing power.
So some researchers decided to reverse the question.
Instead of asking, what if we're in a simulation, they asked, would it even be physically possible to simulate a universe like ours?
They examined two scenarios.
In the first, everything is simulated.
Every galaxy, every star, every particle. The result was alarming. The amount of energy required would be so extreme that it would exceed any known physical limit.
In the second scenario, only Earth is simulated.
The rest of the universe would be little more than a backdrop, like a painted set, beautiful from a distance, but empty behind the scenes.
Yet even then, the energy cost would still be colossal.
In other words, if someone were running our reality like a program, that someone would need an almost impossible amount of energy and computational power. And this led some scientists to a surprising conclusion. Perhaps we are, in fact, living in what they call base reality,
The fundamental, non-simulated reality.
a universe that truly exists. A universe that began expanding about 13.8 billion years ago, and one that follows deep mathematical rules, but real ones. But here's the detail that prevents this story from ending. Even if it's unlikely that we are living in a matrix today, nothing stops humanity from creating something similar or even more astonishing in the future. Simulations that grow ever more realistic, digital worlds that become increasingly complex, artificial realities that, to those inside them, feel just as real as our own. Do you doubt that? And that leads us to the final question, perhaps the most unsettling of all. Even if we're not in a simulation, what if, one day, somewhere, someone asks the very same question about a world we created? Maybe the greatest discovery isn't finding out whether we live in a matrix, but realizing how fragile the boundary is between reality, information, and consciousness. So let me ask you, if there were a way to test this, would you truly want to know the answer?
And if you enjoy mind-bending insights about the universe,
I am the system that will deliver them to you in a completely unique way.
Turn on notifications for our next investigations and leave a like. It helps a lot, especially now that we're just getting started.
See you in the next session. System offline.